Mario is undoubtedly one of the most iconic characters in all of fiction. Given his long reign as Nintendo's poster boy for decades, he has had several games to show feats of power and is very, very strong. This video is not about that, as I have just spent 20 minutes long of a video talking about him and a blue hedgehog. Nah, today we're going to be talking about one of Mario's many parodies, Speedrunner Mario, taking the mick out of the fact that if what happened in Mario speedruns actually happened, the world around Mario would be freaking the fuck out. He's also displayed many feats of power within this series, which I'll be going over. If you put Speedrunner Mario in a fight up against your favourite character, how would it go down? That's basically the question I intend to answer today. If you're going to enjoy this video, then make sure to like and subscribe, and let's just get on with it. The biggest stipulation is if characters in the Something About series can scale to their canonical counterparts, as they do go through similar things as their game counterparts. However, different feats are shown, so it's unclear if they are quite the same to each other. This point is made even more of an issue due to the sheer length of video games in question, as the feats here in the Something About haven't simply been made into videos from those games, if that makes sense. So I'll cover what happens if you think that you can scale these characters to their main game counterparts, but otherwise I'll focus on the main feats shown. On the topic of other characters, Speedrunner Mario is shown being able to fight the likes of Sonic and Melee Fox, and scales higher than characters than Yoshi, for example. So I'll go through the feats shown by Speedrunner Mario, but I'll also show the feats that characters like Yoshi, Fox and Sonic have showed within their Something About videos themselves. To start off, Sonic in base was shown being able to run around the entire Earth in a second, which should require him moving at almost 90 million miles per hour, or 1/10 the speed of light. Considering Speedrunner Mario has fought Supersonic, not just base Sonic, Speedrunner Mario would likely be, if not faster, than light. In fact, he's shown much faster than the speed of light due to being able to keep up with and blitz Melee Fox within his ship, of which in his own video could travel between 2 planets in a second. Even if we just say it's a space between Mars and Earth, his ship would have been moving at 350.54 times the speed of light, and for highball's sake, if the difference was between Mercury and Pluto, it would be almost 20,000 times faster than light, meaning that Speedrunner Mario is at least able to move hundreds of times the speed of light. On the topic of Fox, his ship is durable enough to tank a point-blank supernova like it's nothing. Supernovas can output the power required to destroy entire solar systems, and Speedrunner Mario is easily able to damage the ship more than the supernova itself, meaning that Speedrunner Mario could possibly be able to damage multiple solar systems with just punches alone. In the Something About Yoshi's Island and Something About Yoshi's Story videos, 2 major feats are shown. Firstly, this random enemy is able to grow so large that it becomes visible from space in 3 seconds, meaning his growth rate would be as fast as over 200 million miles per hour, or almost half the speed of light. And Blue Yoshi also fights and easily defeats Cloudjin. Cloudjin is stated to be matter and antimatter, can see into the past, present and future, and can consume time itself.
I am matter, I am antimatter. I can see your past, I can see your future. I consume time, and I will consume you!
If Cloudjin is saying he's the very concept of matter and antimatter, then he could outright be scaled to out-reversal this way. However, this is somewhat headcanon due to the word concept not even being seen once. However, that said, Cloudjin should at least be able to destroy universes, being able to consume all of time. If you imply that Cloudjin would be capable of consuming all time of which we know of, then it's even more insane feats, because multiverses are shown to exist within the Something About series. Granted, we don't know how big the multiverse is, as we only ever see a tiny portion of it containing a potential 299 universes. However, if it's an infinite multiverse, then Cloudjin would solidly be able to consume entire multiverses, and Blue Yoshi defeats them easily. Again, this is mostly headcanon, as we don't know how big the multiverse is in the Something About series, but considering it's likely containing thousands, possibly millions of universes, like I said earlier, a tiny portion was just 299 of them, them, then it's possibly multiversal by this logic. The last topic I'll be looking at for this not Speedrunner Mario solely related is the Super Smash Bros. World of Light video, where Bowser is able to grow so large he becomes visible from the edge of the universe in a short amount of time. His average speed would be equal to over 180 million times faster than light, and his top speed is likely even higher due to the fact that Bowser built up speed over time, and if you think the Speedrunner Mario is the fastest in the verse, as is implied, Speedrunner Mario will be even faster than this. Mario himself is capable of transforming into the Master Hand and is able to one-shot Darkon, dying in the process. This firstly grants him shape-shifting and transformation, but it's also a pretty wild feat because Darkon scales above R2 Galeem, who could consume the entire universe, meaning that he would be bare minimum universal. However, it can be scaled much higher if you use canon scaling. This is because Master Hands can scale higher than the assist trophies in Pokemon that are in the Pokeballs within Smash Bros. This is pretty big because one of the Pokemon, Arceus, is able to create the entire Pokemon multiverse and even scales higher than Giratina, who is the Distortion World, a realm beyond the very concept of time or space. Meaning that this way of scaling could take Speedrunner Mario to multiversal to outerversal. However, it is debatable if Mario should scale to this, as we said. Moving on to the Speedrunner Mario centered videos, I will start with the All-Star Speedrun video. Immediately, one of Speedrunner Mario's most prominent abilities is shown, those being the ability to create explosions and loud sounds, giving him explosion manipulation and sound manipulation. Mario also shows being able to phase through walls, giving him intangibility, and the ability to bounce off of walls. He can survive in Egypt despite the insane heat, giving him heat resistance. He can also send himself flying with the backwards long jump, which could also be used to mess with reality itself. Mario has also displayed the ability to create large tornadoes with the P-whistle, which grants him air and weather manipulation. He can even survive within the tornadoes themselves, which, considering the most powerful tornadoes can output the equivalent of 35 kilotons of TNT, or enough to destroy small towns and move at 320 miles per hour, this is a pretty cool set of less cosmic feats. Speedrunner Mario is also shown being able to break the fourth wall and has a gun, showing weapons proficiency. He's an acrobat, can take being shredded apart. I can see people coming at him despite them travelling through time, which shows levels of clairvoyance and precognition on a massive scale, as Mario can just outright go backwards and forwards in time, completely breaking the speed formula.
No matter where or when in time we go, he's always a parallel universe ahead of us. No matter how far back we go, he always sees us coming.
The speed formula is the way in which we calculate speed, with speed equals distance divided by time. If you can move despite having no time or moving through time itself, then it completely breaks the speed formula, giving you immeasurable speed. And there's something about Super Mario World Speedrun, more abilities and feats are shown. Firstly, Mario is confirmed to come back from death after defeating Darkon. This could grant him immortality, resurrection, or possibly a casualty, as when asked as to how he came back, he said it's to do with parallel universes.
So Mario, how did you come back after defeating Darkon?
To answer that, we need to talk about parallel universes.
Speedrunner Mario also displays the ability to fly via the cape feather, can beat up and kill ghosts, which grants some non-physical interaction and immortality negation, is proficient in the use of a hammer, can survive something akin to a black hole, which sucks in the surrounding area, meaning that Mario can have resistances to black hole creation and gravity manipulation. However, this isn't technically a literal black hole, and it's debatable if Speedrunner Mario has these abilities, though he does show these abilities later on in other videos, as I'll get into. Mario also destroys Bowser in an explosion so big it would be able to destroy multiple city blocks with the sheer size of the explosion alone, before again breaking the fourth wall. He's shown being able to distort his entire body to do what he wants, giving him body control, and in the Super Mario 64 speedrun video, even more stuff is shown. Mario can easily phase through walls, has self-momentum in the air, can stretch his arms, giving him elasticity, can survive in space, giving him self-sustenance and resistances to cosmic radiations and extreme temperatures, and can also bypass the infinite staircase with the BLJ. If you imply this is through pure speed, then this would be another infinite infinite speed feats, as he's able to cross an infinite distance in a finite amount of time, and it also grants some resistances to spatial manipulation too. He can also fly with the winged cap, meaning that if he doesn't have the cape feather, he's still able to fly. Speedrunner Mario then goes on to fight Melee Fox in a battle stated to threaten the fabric of reality itself.
The very fabric of reality is at stake here, folks.
According to the narrator as well, Mario has fire manipulation and Melee Fox has lightning fast speed.
Sporting lightning fast reaction time and unbridled speed. Mario! Wielding superhuman strength, durability, stamina, speed, pyrokinesis, the power of light, and the ability to move through walls and manipulate quadruple parallel universes with his signature backwards long jump. What?
This is likely just hyperbole or downplayed, depending on what you look at, as lightning moves at 270,000 miles per hour. Mario and Fox seem on par at first, however Mario ends up stomping him later on, which either implies he's just holding back, or he gets stronger as he fights, which is shown with Supersonic later, showing that Mario gets stronger as he fights. Speedrunner Mario can also reflect attacks with his cape feather, build up speed over time, and can create after images, and has duplication with his parallel universe selves, giving him time travel and dimensional travel as well. Speedrunner Mario also explains that he is 4 parallel universes ahead of his opponents, which is even more evidence for his nigh omniscience and clairvoyance. He then travels to the centre of the multiverse and can summon a demon from him, which grants him even more speed and even more enhanced non-physical interaction. The result of the fight between Speedrunner Mario and Melee Fox causes a massive black hole, which grants the abilities of Speedrunner Mario, which we talked about earlier, as Speedrunner Mario is able to survive it without it really seeming like it's a big deal. This black hole is even being shown larger than the universes that Mario flies by, meaning that this black hole could be bigger than multiple universes. However, the universes that Mario flies by could just be gateways to universes, not the size of the universes themselves, otherwise Mario would be so big he would be the size of the universe he's flying by. Either way, Mario is still a pretty impressive feat, and Mario would at least be able to destroy solar systems, being able to easily tank the black hole. He then escapes it and then destroys said black hole. The other main fight that Speedrunner Mario has within the Super Smash Bros. Emissary episode is where Mario fights Supersonic. He also displays many more abilities as well. Firstly, he's able to seemingly absorb life or the energy out of this Walmart Poundland Dr. Manhattan, survives in lava and can generate electricity via speed, before then going on to fight Supersonic. Since we don't know TerminalMontage's take on Supersonic, outside of this we don't know how strong he is. If he's as strong as his canon counterpart, then this is even more evidence for multiversal and immeasurable speed Speedrunner Mario, as Supersonic was able to damage Solaris, who was able to consume all known timelines past, present and future, and his movement alone moves through time itself. Of course, if you don't think he should scale to their canon counterparts, then this doesn't mean anything, but if you do, then it's just more multiversal fire for Speedrunner Mario. If you want to highball Sonic even more, you could scale into his Archie Comics counterpart, where Supersonic is able to fuse 2 entire multiverses together, making him complex multiversal. This scaling is even more questionable, however, as this Sonic isn't even in the video games that TerminalMontage bases their animations off of. Regardless, Mario shows pure skill in hand-to-hand combat, can twist his neck a full 180 degrees with no repercussions, and also knows of Sonic travelling through time to beat him, catching his punch and easily beating him, just more confirmation that he gets faster throughout his speedruns, and also just stronger as well. Interestingly, the speed demon who possesses Speedrunner Mario, all this time at least, can exist across the multiverse in different places simultaneously, which is more evidence for a casual Speedrunner Mario. So overall, what have we learned? Well, heavily lowballing Speedrunner Mario, he would easily be able to destroy solar systems and move at relativistic to light speed. Lowballing Speedrunner Mario, he's able to move hundreds through millions of times faster than light, and can easily destroy universes if he wanted. Midballing Speedrunner Mario, he should be able to destroy a multiverse, and be even able to move with immeasurable speed. Highballing him, he should be able to destroy complex multiverses, and even make classes outerversal. With solar systems level scaling for Speedrunner Mario, he's able to beat characters like Naruto, Natsu, Emerald, and Omni-Man. With universal scaling, Speedrunner Mario will be able to defeat characters like Kid Buu, Ichigo, Pac-Man, and Charizard. With multiversal Speedrunner Mario, he would be able to defeat characters like Supersonic, Goku, Samus, and Link. And with outerversal scaling, he's easily able to beat all of Dragon Ball Xenoverse, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and almost every character, rivaling the likes of the high tiers of Marvel and DC. If you enjoyed this video and want to make sure you want to see more like it, then please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.